Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network. Hey, welcome back, everybody. I'm super excited to have this guy with us today because it's going to give us insight into getting answers that you've been looking for through the cards. Now, I believe in this. I've tried to do it myself, interpreting tarot cards. There's oracle cards as well. But we're going to go deep here. We're going to get more. And he's unique in what he does. And we'll find out more about that in a second. Xander Martinez joins us from Florida today. How's it going?
Hey, how you doing? I'm doing great, man. Like, I just got here. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to explain myself and, tell them what I'm about. So I'm excited.
Now, you're Central Florida. What part?
So Brandon specifically. So born in Tampa, though, so not that far away from. So whole central area.
Oh, man. I love Tampa, Clearwater. I try to go maybe once a year because where I am, there's a airport that flies right direct there. Yeah, just love that area. Cool.
Definitely a lot to do. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So tarot cards.
Yes, sir.
A lot of us have heard that term and wonder, what it's about. These cards that you pull and it has answers to questions. How does it work? I'm going to go very basic here today and let's educate more and more people about how the cards work. How do you explain?
Yeah. So basically everyone is born. This is how I probably like to explain it a little bit. Everyone's born with intuition, right? Everyone's born with that intuition, and people always say, go with your gut. And that's where it roots from. You know what I mean? So as a young kid growing up, for me in specific, and I just always felt sensitive to people's energy. I've always felt like I was in tune with something, like I was meant for something more. And, I believe a lot of people have that in themselves and they're just scared to explore it half the time, and like I'm done being scared of exploring it and I'm going full throttle on this. So I started learning the tarot cards, and basically what it's about, it's kind of drawing out a story for the person that I'm reading. And then I could basically pull their subconscious forward. So that's kind of exactly what it's all about. And you'd be surprised how receptive people start getting, because I get a lot of skeptics, but it's no woo-woo crazy magic kind of thing. It's literally me sitting down with you, and it's kind of like a therapy session, because I'm going to bring things forward that you didn't think I could. I'm going to bring things forward that you probably didn't want to talk about. I'm going to bring things forward that are a long time coming for you to handle. So, there's a lot of crazy things that come forward with it. So basically, it's just playing off of the other person's energy.
Wow. Okay. So when you're doing that, like, and by the way, side note, I in the last couple of months bought a deck of cards and just started simple ones. I don't know if you've heard of Kyle Gray. So he's
not yet. A few other ones, but not yet.
He's a designer cards. They're really he calls them angel cards. They're very simple. And I've been, I'll think of something, I'll pull some cards out. It's been interesting, some of the answers that I've gotten, and it actually piloted me in a certain direction. When you set the intention and you pull cards out, how is that being delivered from the universe? So, okay, randomly pull this card. I got that one. Oh, there's one over there. How is that connecting to what you're looking for?
Yeah, that's a great question. So a lot of times I'll ask, do you have anything specific you want to talk about? Love, health, wealth, and a lot of times they're like, let me just see what you pull out. I'm like, all right, let's do it. Right. So I start, and it's usually a 3-card pull. Sometimes they go for 7, 14, or 21, depending on what they pay for. And basically I put together a story, right? So I generally see what every card means. There's 78 cards in the tarot. I'm learning more and more every day about each specific one. You can either read them upright or you can read them in reverse, right? So as they come out, I look at the story. So I draw it out and I feel the vibe of the person. I can do it with video like I'm doing with you now, or even physical, or even at the live events. I'll sit them down with like a partner or their sister or something. And
sure.
And it's just the energy that comes through, So basically I read the story that I see in front of me, and I always ask, does this resonate with you? And it's always, I'll tell you something. I just had my 120th reading last night. 120. I'm pretty proud of that, right? I'm pretty deep into this. Yeah, it's crazy, right? And every time it always hits the mark. There's always something that resonates. And sometimes it actually resonates with somebody they're thinking about. So it's not even their story sometimes. It's literally resonating with something they heard, or they know of a loved one going through something. And then basically we'll go through the reading and it ends up being for someone else. It's pretty crazy. But it just always works. It just always seems to pull the most resonating energy that you're kind of putting off at the moment without even realizing it.
Wow. Should we just demonstrate this now? Should we?
Hey, yeah, we can play with it if you want. Yeah, so I got some cards ready. I can change the camera, put it down a little bit. So
Yeah.
so
Okay.
this
Oh, perfect. Very
so
cool.
check it out, guys. Yeah, so this is my altar, right? So what I'm gonna do is I usually go ahead and start with lighting an incense. And actually, I already picked one for you, man. I picked dragon's blood. I don't know, I just felt dragon's blood off of you.
Nice.
So dragon's blood, just in case you did ask to do this. So dragon's blood, it has to do with a lot of passion, right? So basically, I'm gonna go ahead and speak from the heart. And we're gonna go ahead and talk a little bit. So if you really want to do this, we can start, man. So I'm gonna do a 3-card pull on you.
Awesome.
All right, so check it out. So I went ahead and let me bring this over. So these are my cards. These are my cards that I use. I use a whole bunch of other decks, but this is my first card. So this is a special day, right?
What's that crystal?
Right here,
on
I
top?
work. Yeah. So right here, I actually work with crystals as well, right? So right here, this is called selenite. Selenite helps you clear the energy.
Dude.
Yeah. Bro, that's perfect, bro. I got 3 of those 6 in my house.
Wait, wait, I got another one that's in the same shape as the one that you're holding there.
Oh, wait. I got one on every one of these decks I'm going to try on you now. It's crazy.
Yeah, okay, let's go step by step here because I want to know why you're putting the selenite on the deck. I've never heard that before.
Yeah, so basically I use a whole bunch of different decks with different people, right? Different people come with different energy. So what I do with the selenite is I put it on top of the decks after I mix it up to cleanse it. And this is all basically new energy coming from you. So this is 100%, right? So I always say my cards, your energy, 100%. And then if we look, yeah, and what I'm going to do, speaking about clearing energy, I got my little sound bowl here. And what this does is basically I'm going to hit it and we're going to go and let it go. So give it a second. And what that does is just further clears anything negative out the way. And we're going to go ahead and go straight to your energy and nothing hopefully that dark. You know what I mean? So we're going to go ahead.
I'm transparent. Whatever comes up, comes up.
I'm happy. I was about to ask, do you mind me talking? All right. So just in case I see something. But all right. So this is how it works. I start mixing it up. I talk to you about maybe what you want to talk about, or half the time they're like, let me see what you get. So you probably want the latter, huh?
Let me see what you get. Why don't we do that? And then, but I'm very honest. If it applies to something, I'm going to get very specific. I have nothing to hide.
That's what we're here for. Perfect, man. So let me know when to stop. I'll pull those first 3 cards for you.
And let's do it right there.
All right. All right, bro. All right. So check it out. So this is what I do. So I go ahead and explain, right? So we got 3 cards here. First off, we got the 10 of Pentacles. Okay. So 10 of Pentacles, I see first off in your story. Second, I see the star. The star is in reverse, though. That's something totally different. I got to feel out, right? The third card we have, again, this one's a little more serious. We have the 6 of Swords, right? So we'll get to that in a second. But if we start the story here, if we want to break it down, Pentacles have to do with earth energy, right? If I can ask, man, do you know what zodiac sign you are?
Say that again.
You know what zodiac sign you are?
Of course.
What is it? Is it an earth sign?
I'm a Virgo.
Virgo. Perfect. Yeah, earth sign called you out right there. I was like, earth sign, right? Yeah, earth sign. So 10 of Pentacles is anything has to do with obtainability, right? So basically anything you can touch, maybe a lot of monetary gain like money. So to start off the bat with your reading, man, with this 10 of Pentacles, this is beautiful energy. This is what people strive to be. This is like the picket fence, the wife, the dog, the 401k, like everything's going good for you. So this is amazing energy to start. So very positive, right?
Interesting.
But then we go to the star, right? The star is your dreams come true, something you fought your whole life for, something you finally see that vision for come to fruition, right? But it's in reverse. So that means the total opposite, right? There's something hindering you from reaching that final goal. There's something hindering you from actually obtaining exactly everything you've ever wanted. Probably because it looks like you have it already. Right?
Everybody's got dreams. Everybody's
got
goals. Yeah.
And exactly. And maybe you're possibly resting on your laurels because you have so much and, obtained already.
I'll be honest. I'm not. I'm always,
No?
I know I'm on a journey and it's 3 to 4 years in the making. And I know what I want. Like in the past, maybe you might not know, I'm pretty lasered and crystal on it. I want to know why the second card, I forget the name of it.
Yeah, the star. Star card.
Why do you say it's in reverse? What's that mean?
So reverse means opposite meaning, right? So if it was like this, that means everything you've ever wanted is obtained. So if it's like this, that means there's still something to achieve. Right?
Interesting. Okay. So I never knew that it made a difference if the card was upside down.
Oh, definitely. And it's crazy because I never even used to read reversals for the longest time, but then they started coming out. I'm talking about the reason I do this is because I feel like I'm so in touch with spirit. And I feel like sometimes it just comes in reverse without even me intending that way. It just does. So I was like, you know what? Let me mix it up. Here we go. So to read this off of you, man. So this means there's still something more to reach then, right? You have so much, but there's still something more to reach. There's still some kind of potential not reached, right? Some kind of end goal to be, had. And then if we go to the 6 of Swords, so check out this card. So swords have to do with your mind, right? Swords are all about mind energy. So if you're thinking about like signs, it's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It doesn't have to be. But if you look at it, what do you see when you see that card?
Ooh,
Like, what do you feel?
give me a second. I feel somebody is slowly moving forward,
Hmm.
navigating their way. From what I can tell, and again, it's pretty clear on the Zoom here, but it looks like there's something in the way.
Right. So maybe not, right? So the way that it's intended to be read is you see there's like ripples behind the actual roaring of the oar or whatever he's doing. And that's basically, it's kind of saying that you're moving on from tough waters to clear, right? But with the swords here, it's kind of a jagged reminder that you may be moving forward, but you're bringing things from the past. You're kind of like, what's the word when you kind of gather up all your bearings and take the good stuff and move on with it? That kind of saying. So it looks like here, in order, the way I interpret this, man, is that you have so much, right? But here, there's still something to be obtained. There's still a goal that you're striving for, even if that's only one or a couple, but you're going to have to leave some stuff behind, right? So whether that's a way of thinking, whether that's even specific people, there's a thing that you need to leave behind to go ahead and further reach this and make this upright.
Wow. Okay.
Any idea of what you might have to leave behind, or is that getting too personal?
Um,
Honestly,
it would
yeah,
be probably relationship or ships as one.
gotcha. Mhm.
That'd probably be the biggest one. That'd probably be the
Yeah,
biggest
probably the
one.
biggest. Yeah, gotcha. But it looks like to me, again, with the signifying swords, it's probably a lot more mental than physical people. Ideas behind maybe kind of like weaknesses or anything like that, like, detriment to yourself, that kind
Yeah,
of self-negative talk.
I
Yeah.
gotcha. And it's also comes out. Yeah, I don't know if you've heard of cutting the cord.
Yeah, yep.
Yep. So maybe that's in order. I don't know. So
Yeah.
question: when how does the universe present those cards to you? Like when you pull those cards, you just randomly just grabbed them. How did
Yeah.
that happen?
So I always make sure to mix them up no matter what. Like I always mix them. I play with them. Now I'm doing it reversal and upright. Like I'm just mixing it because I don't want it. Kind of like a magician, right? Like I don't want to be like, oh, it's preemptive and it's already planned. No, it's totally random, and I go with it and I go with my gut. See how you just said you're like, oh, not really, and then we talked and you're like, wait, kind of. That happened a few times, right? Because the message is here, right? But it's just you have to believe in yourself. And bro, like to be honest, when they say you don't think about it, you just do it. That
Yeah.
and it just flows. You know what I mean? So, and then if we go further, so let me go further with you. Let me go ahead and pull another three cards and just clarify this real quick and show you how I do it, if
Let's
that's
go.
cool.
Let's
All
go.
right, cool. So more selenite, right? But now it's a littler deck. So this little deck is kind of like treated like the description of the details. So these are the chapters and these are the details within.
See, I've had readings done over the years. Never like this. Got to tell you, never. Not
Yeah.
not another layer of card pull.
Yeah, awesome, bro. I'm happy to hear that. I think I'm unique and I think it shows in a lot of things I do include in this. So
Yeah.
awesome. I mean, let me know when to stop. Oh, we're going to take that. All right, let's keep going.
And is that a tarot deck as well?
Yeah, my bad. Right. So you can tell me when to stop. Yeah, I don't want to rush
Oh,
you.
I'm
but you
sorry.
can tell me when to stop. Yeah, no, you're good. You're good, man.
Stop, bro. Stop.
All right, there you go.
Wow.
All right, bro. So here we go. I'll be honest with you. Here we go.
Mm.
So we going back to the story, right? Right here is where you're sitting nice and sedity. You're sitting nice and pretty, right? But you pulled this card. You pulled the tower, bro. Okay.
What's that?
So the tower kind of signifies like sudden upheaval, something that happens in a split second, something that's meant to be, but it's hard, like maybe a divorce or a breakup or something, right? But it came in reverse. So that shows me that you're going with the flow and nothing's going to stop your stride from keeping this because it looks like you possibly maybe still dealing with something.
The answer is yes. And it's funny you should say that because that's one of the things I pilot by. And my mom used to always say it. She would just go with the flow. And now I see what it means when, like,
Okay. Yeah.
picture you're in a river and the river wants to take you this way. But a lot of times we fight the current and we reach for the edge of it or we grab a rock or something. But eventually you're going that way anyway. So why fight it? Just do it. The universe, especially if it's a lesson, you're going to learn a lesson no matter what. So if you want to take the detours, that's good for you, but it's not going to, eventually you're going to the same destination.
Exactly. You have to go through that rough patch to see that light. You know what I mean? So what's crazy, you said that. I'm going to go ahead and point out since we're on the podcast, just to let everyone know what he just said. I don't say go with the flow a lot. I don't say that a lot. So for him to say that, resonated with it, that's happened before where I say things I don't say. And they're like, oh, my mom said that. My sister said that. My aunt just said that. And I'm like, the more you're open to it and in tune, it happens, bro. It's crazy.
It totally is.
Yeah. So if we keep going, right? So we have that star card, right? But it was upside down, but it's clarified from the 10 of Wands. So look at this guy. Now, what do you feel when you see this guy?
pull it back a little bit because it's slightly out of focus. It's somebody holding on to something. I'm not really sure what they're holding on to, but maybe that doesn't matter. It's my interpretation.
Yeah.
It almost looks like they're holding on to swords or something. They're afraid to let go.
Boom. All right, check it out. So those are wands, right? So wands represent fire energy, right? Wands are fire. That's Leo, Sagittarius, Aries energy, right? So place that if you want to have that fit, but if not, it's okay. So what this is, he's basically holding everything. He can't even breathe. You know what I mean? So what this tells you, right? So do you play poker and blackjack and like regular set of cards like that?
I don't.
No? Okay, well, you get the gist of it, right? The higher you go, the more value, right? Especially when you get to the court cards, right? So this shows you before we get to the court cards, right? This is 10. So you're about to this is all you can handle. Basically, you're to the brim of everything you can take on, and you need to put something down, is the suggestion. If you want to move forward, to put this star, this dream, this ideal in reverse and have it upright, you need to let go of something. You need to think of something in a different way, or actually you need to let someone or something go. You're doing too much. This always is the card of doing too much. And again, with the fire energy behind it, you need to do it sooner than later.
You're right.
Yeah.
People even say to me, what do you keep doing? You're doing this and you're doing that and you're doing this and doing that. Spot on. Again,
that's crazy, right?
It's the truth. People even say, even I got friends that are half my age, and they're like, like, we don't even. How are you doing that? Interesting. Wow.
Exactly. Yeah. And I've been told a lot that too. So I'm not surprised if I read myself that come out on me too. So you got to put something down to move forward for yourself further. There's something you can do less of.
Yeah.
And if we finish this off, right, this little, I'm still going to count this. This is reading 121, bro. This is number 121. So if we check it out with the swords, right, you happen to leave something behind.
Yeah.
This is celebration. 3 of Cups, bro. So let me tell you, the cups are fulfillment, internal fulfillment, outward fulfillment. Basically, you can't give love to others in as much as you can give to yourself, or you should first, right? So this, to me, once you let whatever you have to go, again, idea, person, situation, let something go to lighten your load. Like this is crazy energy, heavy energy. And right here, you have to. And it's going to be hard, right? But it's mostly in your head. All these swords, you're mostly in your head. You're going to celebrate. You're going to be celebrating. So that's exactly what it is. Once you finally realize what it is or who it is you have to let go of, or even a way of thinking, you're going to be so much lighter, bro. Like people are going to want to party with you. This is what this says. People are going to want to celebrate with you because you did even more than what you already started out with. So this is a beautiful reading, man.
Wow. and I see a lot of, like you said, you got to take care of yourself, et cetera, et cetera. That has been the number one part of my journey. I've always been, one to give to others and take care of others. And now it's, focusing more on me. Of course, I have responsibilities, but it's more me, as a matter of fact. And I'm just validating what you just said. I'm in a men's group. I joined like 7 months ago. Never thought I'd ever would. Completely out of my wheelhouse. But it's all about goals, commitments. And in this tour of it's the last like 4 months, I've changed it up. So I'm focusing mostly on me. Yeah, I'm taking care of those around me that I, the way I need to. But just what you said, you got to focus on yourself. Wow.
A lot of us earth signs are the same way. We give because we're so grounded. But the moment you start reflecting it back to, you almost feel guilty, right? And that's the thing you need to get out of your head. All these swords, get out of your head, right? And then you're going to be, and look, they're going to celebrate with you. There's no malice, no harm done. Like they know that you have to move forward in a certain way for you.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What's your, I got to know, what's your zodiac sign?
So I'm a earth sign as well. So I'm a Capricorn.
Gotcha. Interesting. Wow.
Yeah.
Let's share with everybody a couple of minutes we have left. And we're going to tell everyone how they can connect with you to get a reading. But you're different in terms of you don't just do readings in person. You're a performer. So you're a dancer. You blend that with the expertise of the readings. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so I try to, right? So I definitely try to. So my background, so I've been in and out of a few dance crews. I've done a few modeling gigs as well. And I tried to get myself out there as much as I could. It took a big lull. And to be honest, this is something that I have to say. So I came into tarot because of heartbreak. Because of a lot of people, I put all my eggs in one basket, so to speak. And I put them on pedestals. And there was more than one. And basically all that disappointment just rooted me. And I was like, okay, I need to do my life different, right? So I went to the stars. A lot of people have religion and stuff, which is nothing bad on that at all. But like when I did what I did, I started getting obsessed with this energy that, okay, now I can share my good energy. So, and then I was like, what else am I made of? Right. So I was like, I do perform. I do get out there. I'm a good dancer. I do the things I love to do. And it shows in my tarot because when I do these live events, I'll be literally getting up and so excited, my leg up on the chair, looking at them funny, twirling around the chair, walking around the table. And that's why I start to actually get people back in. Like I start to like lure them in. Hold on one second. I'm so sorry. I'm getting a call.
Oh, no problem. No problem. I would have never known.
All right. No, yeah. So I lure them back in. I'm like, basically they see me and they start signing up and like, that's my draw. That's where my heart is. That's where my soul connects, right? That actual outward of my emotions. And it's not a bad thing, right? People see it and people connect. And that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to connect with as many people as possible. I already got clients down to the West Coast, but like I have to be true to me, and I'm done being in the shadows, and I'm done being not seen. Like I know I got something to give. So performing wise, in every kind of way, it always comes out. Ask anyone I've ever read. That's why they come back. That's why they say they love me. Like it's amazing. Like you said, like no one they've ever been to as a reader, and there's a few of us guy tarot readers out there, more women and stuff. No knock to the women, but that's another allure and draw to people. And I'm like, you know what? I have to just put myself out there and just go all the way. So I created my logo. I got my everything going. I got new headshots going for me. Like I'm really going forward with this, performing and tarot. And I'm doing shows. I'm booked for shows as well as I'm booked for readings. Like it's just exciting, you know?
I'm feeling the excitement and the passion. Yeah. And it does break the mold. Like a lot of times when people do readings, sometimes it's a little kind of serious and deep. You do get to that, but you lighten it up by performing, and it becomes an event as opposed to, well, I'm just going to do a quick reading for you. Plus, you can go to a party and do the entire room.
Which I'm booked for as well, which is crazy you said that, because those are coming around the corner. I'm talking with some people and I see it. It's the light, everyone has light in them. Everyone has dark in them. Right. But as soon as people realize you face your dark, you got to face that dark to get to the light. And that's the purest part of you. You know what I mean? And like once people realize that they have to do the tough work, they just come out so much lighter. And I feel that's what part of life I'm at right now, just being open to the universe and those good vibes and learning how to deal with the bad ones.
When you initially, before we jumped on here, you said that what you're doing, I was like, cool. Now that we talked about it, I see this like major vision of just an entertainer at events. Like it is like a cool idea. It really is. And I believe at this point in time in our society, our lives, that more and more people are open to learning more about themselves and this metaphysical stuff.
Yeah. It's technically coined, I guess, because I had to look it up as well. It's what is it? New Age religion, right? So that's what I'm doing, and that's what I'm a part of, right? So, and I never, and you get the hecklers sometimes. You need to learn how to deal with them when I'm at my live events under my tent and everything, But you just shush them off in a nice, positive way, like no, thank you, none of that's going on here, blah blah blah, and you carry on to the people who want help. The people who want to refocus on that inner being that they are to go to make themselves better. And that's honestly why I do it. And the more I give, of course, look at this is pure, like I have no bad intentions at all. So I'm getting back, you know what I mean? And it feels good to get that recognition because I'm like, finally, the right type of people are coming to me and the right type of people I'm putting my care into, Keep
moving it forward. My gut is screaming that this is genius and you are in your wheelhouse of spiritualism, which is inside of you. Otherwise, you wouldn't be doing this. And the performing side. If obviously the performing side, you have to do it in person, but anywhere on the planet, somebody could reach out to you for tarot readings. How do they do that?
Yeah, guys. So mainly, I started with my Facebook back in April, so it'll be about a year now. So you can reach me at Xander Martinez 1224. You reach out to me via message, and I get back to you right away. And I work with your schedule, any time of day, anytime, any hour. Like I am very flexible for now, right? Yeah. We'll see what happens. But like to be honest, guys, Facebook, same tag on my TikTok and my Instagram. So Xander Martinez 1224, Xander with an X, and just hit me up, like my stuff, maybe share my videos. I've seen people doing that, and I'm excited to work with you. Whether you just want a booking or even book me for a gig or a show. I got model stuff, runway stuff. I got dance. I got tons of stuff on my social. So definitely check me out and book me for anything. And I'm able, and I'm free, and I'm willing.
Awesome talking with you today. I'm excited for you in terms of what you got going on here. And wow, next time we get together. instantfeedbacksteve@gmail.com. If you want to do a reading live on the air, we'll get that done. Thanks so much. Thanks so much for being here, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Take care, man.
You too. We'll be right back. Thanks. Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
Adopt US Kids presents Multiple Choice Parenting.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes?
How could he do this to you? And for Sheila, she has split ends.
B, console her?
Oh, sweetie, this is going to happen a lot. 4, maybe 5 more times before you get married.
C, take charge?
Got to get this all straightened out. Give a little talking to, man to man, mano a mano. Hey, Steve! Is now a good time? No? Okay, no problem. Bye.
Or D, help her find a new boyfriend?
I know a great place to meet boys. The internet. Nice, single boys. Never mind. How about some ice cream?
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.